Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate. So, struggling with communication, okay? There's a communication breakdown here within a relationship. So this could be a friend, family member, partnership. What do you need to look at? All right, there's a choice here, choice that you need to make. With this communication breakdown, is it on your side? Is it on their side? All right, Death card, Scorpio. Something needs to come to an end in the future. I feel like you decide that something needs to come in to an end, right? Letting go of something. Okay. Let's see. Let's get. So what is? Okay. Let's get. Again, my brain goes quicker. All right, with Page of Wands, what's... All right. I feel like there's a breakdown in communication and working together with someone, a partner, like someone. There's a breakdown in communication that you're not understanding each other, that you're not working together. It's almost like you're working against each other. Two of Wands. Okay, definitely has to do with a relationship, making a choice or a decision about a relationship. And then we had these two that flipped out. We have the Coffin. Again, that's kind of like the Death card. Taking a break, taking a rest, taking some time out. And it could be that you need some time out in the future to figure out what it is that you want to do, and you need some alone time to figure out, to clear the clouds, right? To figure out what it is you want to do. So I feel like there's some alone time here that you need to focus on, or that you're going to need to have. Okay, so let's grab these tarot. What is this communication breakdown between... Okay, someone's overthinking. What else is going on here? All right. There's not that give and take is not in the relationship. Like, things are just not working out. I almost feel like one person wants to push the relationship in a direction, and one direction, and the other person doesn't. Like, because the Empress can represent birth, it can represent marriage. So is one of you wanting to settle down and to have kids and to have marriage and to have that sort of strong commitment, and then is the other person saying that they're not ready for it? I'm not really sure if that's you or the other person, so whatever relates to you. But I kind of feel like one person wants to settle down, one person wants to be serious, right, and build this nest and build this family, but I feel like the other person isn't ready for that. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. Maybe, like, with this coming out, wasn't going to read reversals, but I'm thinking that you need to look at is that, are you not ready for change? Like, is it you? Like, are you used to just kind of, are you not ready to commit to the relationship on that level, right? That maybe you're not ready to commit. Maybe it's the other person. I'm not really too sure, because I feel like this is what Capricorn needs to work at, and this is what Capricorn is struggling with. But it could be that, you know, you're kind of in your own zone, like you're in your own power and you're doing your own thing. And then, like, once you have this strong commitment and then you get married and then you have kids, and then it's like that really changes things up. And if you're not ready for that, then that's definitely something, you're not ready for change. So with this Wheel of Fortune, like, you're feeling stuck, like you're not, or I just feel like you're not ready for the change. Like you're trying to make this decision. Am I ready for this? Because this man here is looking right at this, right? Is looking right at that nest, is looking right at this energy here, this struggle, and this looking at, okay, how is this going to change my life? I feel like definitely for Capricorn, like I said, is that you may have these own insecurities within yourself that you're not ready to go. But it's very brave of you to realize that if you're not ready for this change, right, that if you're not ready for this growth and this progress or whatever within this relationship, to bring this to a higher level, that's very powerful for you to rise above the situation and for you to say, you know what, I'm not ready, right? I have to think about this. You need time to think about, are you ready or are you not ready? To not commit to something and say, yes, everything is going to work out, or yes, I'm going to do that. But you know that inside that I just feel like you're not ready for something. The future energy, we have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like you get yourself back on track, but you have to deal with this Death card first. You have to deal with these clouds here, and you have to deal with this coffin. But I feel that it's very brave of you to say, okay, I see that I'm not ready. I know that I'm not ready. I don't want to push myself into change something that I'm not ready to handle, because you know that if you do that, that it's not going to have the best results, that it's not going to be advantageous to you or this other person. Whenever this higher level of commitment or this progress or this change that is happening within a relationship that you're struggling with, right? That you're having trouble communicating how you feel exactly, but what you need to do is you need to step away and figure out, how do I really feel about this situation deep down inside? Am I ready for commitment? Am I ready to lower my walls down? Am I ready to compromise? Am I ready to consider someone else's needs in a relationship, right? Am I ready to be vulnerable? Am I ready to communicate how I feel? Am I ready to be in a partnership? There's a lot of things that go on within a relationship. And especially if it's first starting out, it's kind of one thing. But as it starts to progress and it starts to become more of a connection, and there starts to be more between the two of you, then there's more that you have to give. And especially if you start to add children to it, you also have to make time and do that too, which, you know, if you feel that you're not ready, that's definitely something that you need to speak up about. And I feel like this space here, this time, right, gives you that chance to really answer those questions and say, okay, where do I go from here? What is it that I want to do? What is most advantageous for myself, right? What is it that's going to work for me? What do I know that I can give 100% to? And to set yourself up for success, which I have said again and again and again and again, that you have to make sure that you set yourself up for success, that you don't just say something to somebody else because you feel like that's what you're supposed to say, because you want to keep the peace. But that's at a detriment, at a negative to yourself. And eventually that starts to cause resentment, and that starts to eat you up, and that starts to become a big wedge in the relationship. But if you're having trouble with communicating where you want to go, what do you want to build with this person, if you're having trouble with change, if you're kind of liking the way things are, but you're not ready for that yet, but it's not saying that you don't want to do it, but you're just not ready for it now, that you take this time out, you acknowledge it, you understand it, you figure out what you need to let go of, and that you communicate and say, truth be told, I'm not ready for that right now. Not to say that I'm not ready for that in 5 years or 1 year or 6 months or whatever it is that you feel that you've come up with, right? Because you're setting yourself up for success, because you're not putting yourself in a situation that you know that you can't handle, that you know that you're not ready, that you know that is giving you those negative feelings, right? Even though it's maybe hard for you to say, hey, I'm not ready for this right now. Even though that's hard, that temporary hardship of having to say that to that person is so much better than you suffering in silence and setting yourself up for failure, knowing your true intentions inside yourself that you weren't ready for something. And that's what I always say, is to set yourself up for success, no matter how hard that may be. And I'm trying to learn that too, right? We're all going through that. But once I realize that, it's like, okay, what can I handle and what I can't handle? Let me be truthful to myself. What do I know I can handle and I can deal with? Because then you're happier, then that person's happier. And that person has all that information from you because you've told them how you feel, and you told them what you can accept and not accept. And then whatever they decide to do, you can see their reaction is are they supportive? Are they still trying to push you to do things that you're not ready to do? And then that's for you to decide where you take it from there. Do you stay with someone? Do you cave in? Do you just do what they want to say? Or do you say, okay, well, maybe this isn't the right thing for me? Because if you're still trying to make me do something that I feel uncomfortable with, then why do I want to be with somebody that makes me feel that way? Just, it's like I said, setting yourself up for success. Because then that's a win-win situation. All right, so let's grab a wisdom oracle. Loyal heart. I love it. Your loyal heart is being loyal to yourself. A loyal heart to yourself, and you're also being loyal and you're being true to this other person, and you're saying exactly how you feel. You're saying exactly what you can handle and what you can't handle. You're being truthful. You're being loyal. You're not being deceptive. You're being true to yourself and you're being true to the other person. And I love that. Like, that's the best thing that you can do. All right, let's get an energy oracle. Envy. I feel like this is where it all can go wrong. I feel like this is that buildup of, you know, if you cave in, if you give in. I feel like this is something that you need to be aware of. Okay, this is some energy that you need to be aware of, that this may be swirling around, right? But until you realize that, okay, what are my true feelings about this, and what is it I need to take this time to myself and be true to myself, right? So I feel like envy is sort of something that you need to watch out for, or you need to look out for, or you need to make sure that you don't fall into that trap. You know, feeling like, well, everybody else is doing this, so I should too. And then we have door to personal healing and happiness. I love that. Because that's what this reading is. It's your personal healing and happiness. What makes you happy? Setting yourself up for success. What do you know you can commit to? What do you know you can do? Being aware of this, seeing that it's there, right? Clouds, darkness with that. But also choosing what's best for you. Being loyal to yourself. What's important to you. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.